Guys, so we're back at the Art of Whiskey, aka Whiskey TV, and we're sitting down with Big Daddy Dog 01. 01, and he's brought some parties in. Now keep this in mind, and mind you, follow him on YouTube, Big Daddy Dog 01.
Or just one, Big Daddy Dog 1.
Big Daddy. Boy, I tell you, I've been talking all day. You've been here. I've been talking all day, bro.
Instagram is Big Daddy Dog 2, so you know.
I get it.
I should have coordinated that better, but I didn't. Oh. Dang.
Now what we have here are two bottles that I myself, along with Tim, who really found the best bottles out in Kentucky. There was only 132 barrels, I believe, of this left, and I don't know all the details. What I will tell you is that he's a part of a few whiskey groups, and you were able to get 2 of the 18 years.
Right. This is our clubs. This is the locals. Bucks Better Barton, and this is the Blendery mashup group, which you guys, if you followed the Blendery, you're familiar with that. And they call it the very old Barton. They're both 18-year Barton distillate. It's Barton 1792. It's a specific distillery that's been in business since, gosh, 1800s, I'm sure.
And who bought them?
Sazerac bought them in 2000 something. Yeah, 2000 something. So it's been around
like
independent for a long time. Oh, it does smell like old foot. But you gotta let it breathe a little bit. That's like with some of these old ones. You know,
that's what I'm pouring now, because I'm like, oh, jeez Louise.
And you go check out the legs on it. You get a chance to see, and you can't really see this on video, but you get a chance to see.
Oh, you can.
Kind of
what get some details.
What drips you get there, what the oiliness, the mouthfeel that you're going to have with it. It's the alcohol kind of drips down and coats the side, but it's really good. And then we'll do a fresh track. That's a very sought after year. This is the 2022 Four Roses limited edition. So right now we'll do the Bartons. I had preferred this one better, and we know them by barrel numbers. That was barrel 4. I believe this was barrel 7.
Ooh.
So if you remember, they were all really good.
But that's the problem, man.
Do they blend together?
No.
Blendery? No?
They don't blend well together.
No. But in your mind, when you taste them, because you tasted most of the barrels.
Literally, man.
Several times, multiples. Up there, and they changed from being up there and tasting them up there
they changed it
to when they got down here.
When everybody asked, guys, there was a vacuum seal on both barrels. They've never been opened. A couple of them have been opened, I think, once, but some of them have never been opened. So they're like, hey, Trevor, how was it? I'm like, my man, we got through the 36 barrel, and Tim went back to the original barrel and goes, hold on, can we get, and Colby had to drill a new hole because he said, let's revisit that one. Now, mind you, we're talking 66 bottles tops, 35 bottles tops in some cases. So you ain't got a lot to really try, but he's like, I need to try it one more time because it's fucking opened up and the flavor's crazy now. It's kind of scary, but it was super good.
Yeah.
What about whiskey keeps you going, man?
Part of it's the relationships. The other part of it is the ability to find something new, like these 18-year-old Bartons. We had done the buff turkeys, which was another one, the 15 and 16-year-old buffalo turkey. And that was basically Wild Turkey gave the mash bill that they wanted over to Buffalo Trace. They had Buffalo Trace distill it for them, and then once they distill it, then they stored it in their rick houses and aged it. So it was kind of contract distilled, and that was very unique. And the distributors got hold of it, and the rest is history.
And mind you, part of that history lives in my stomach, because I was able to be there too. So when they got the buff turkeys,
that's awesome.
I didn't know what was going on, but I remember Tim bringing me tons of flavors and like, hey, Drew, you gotta try this again. And again, at that time, I literally was only doing my job. So when we got back that night, kind of like Bucket and did this last time, I just went to the room. And even still, I did the same thing this time. But they were like, as Buck will tell you, it's like, yeah, this fucking went to sleep for 2 hours. I was like, my man, I did my job. I got the shots. I knew what was going on this time. But the turkey barrels were super special.
Yeah.
This is super special. Now, what about this do you like so much, man?
Part of it's the age that you're going to get out of it. And there's a dusty funk to it that any of the guys that have been collecting and drinking, and they call them old dusties, it's the older 70s. You can go even further than that. But 70s, 80s, you can taste the difference between a 1970 or 1980 Wild Turkey than what they've got today.
Yeah.
And it's just got kind of really good dusty funk to it. It's complex. It's everything you want in a bourbon. And if you're going to savor it, we drink it neat. Almost always drink it neat. We'll do our whiskey sours. We'll do our old fashions.
I don't. I do it when
A lot
I
of the guys
places,
do.
but
yeah,
when you
we
have
love the flavors.
when you have this quality of whiskey, I even told some people don't. You might not know this, but I told people, hey, I'm like Tim. I'm never buying a $200 bottle of whiskey. That's crazy, right? Man, I smelled that fruit smoothie. I was like, how much you say this was? He was like, 207. I was like, all right, I need a bottle of it. And at the time, I didn't get discounts or nothing. I was just like,
Well, there's definitely fear of missing out, and
well, I wasn't missing out. I was sitting right there, and I was there when it happened. And then when he bottled it, I was like this. And now a bottle of Bison was crazy too. That's like grape juice.
it was.
And I'm telling you right now, I probably.
And if you want to do a buff turkey, we got a couple buff turkeys in there too.
today,
I've got the open season, which is the Blendery mashup group, and then I also have the one that we did through OKI. So we'll get through this now. Now you did
Part
two pours,
two,
right? You did two pours. The very old Barton.
Yeah.
18 is the second one you poured, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the very old Barton. That one is the locals. BBBB.
666. You can smell the difference, can't you?
There's a similarity because it's going to be the same.
Yep.
It's going to be the same mash bill. This one's a little bit lighter on the nose.
Well, one's 128 and one's 121.
Yeah, I mean they're very close. The other thing that you're going to do whenever you taste the bourbon, you're going to nose it first, and then you're going to go mid palate once you drink it, and then you're going to do finish and look at the finish and say, okay, how long does it last? What kind of taste notes do I get? You know, because you'll smell it, and what do you get on the smell? What do you get on the nose?
Well, that's the thing. I think what the challenge with me in the 18 years was the super oaky. So I smelled some cedar up front, and then I got into some of the chocolates.
Wood notes? Did you get any leathery chalk notes? Tobacco is one that they talk about often, and it's not a bad flavor
Well,
and
this one, I
taste.
don't remember what this one is, but it's almost like spice to it, almost, man.
And I crunch and munch it in my mouth when I
Trying to
taste
find
it. I can taste a little bit of leather notes, a little bit of chocolate covered cherries, mainly chocolate. Really nice. And we talk about, and it's not a bad thing. I could chew on this for an hour.
And that's
The finish. The finish is relatively long on it.
I mean,
You'll get that more with older, generally with older.
I'm feeling my whole mouth is buzzing still, and I didn't even take a big sip. I took a small swig.
I'm gonna revisit it again.
Now, James, when you get done with that revisit, tell them what makes whiskey special, man. Because outside of the patience and the time and bringing people together, like, what makes it special, man?
There again, we were talking about relationships. We love drinking it. It's great for smoking a cigar. Both of those things are great for socializing with friends. We've made so many new friends through the pandemic. Just absolutely quadrupled my friend group because of the bourbon. And then even after everything's settled down and people have kind of gone back to whatever life they're going to live, some guys abandon, the bourbon altogether. It's like, look, I got to live my life. I'm a pilot. I'm doing whatever, and they're out living their life. Or I don't have as much money to spend on this. Well, I'm retired. I'm an old man. I got lots of money. And back during the pandemic also, I said, okay, I got a bunch of gold. I'm just going to sell this gold. What am I going to do with that gold? I'm going to buy guns and ammo. Guns and ammo and bourbon. I mean, is that not the trifecta? Right? Am I right?
Every time I wake up, I just think, man, I'm in the right place. That's all I think is, I'm in the right place with the right people, doing the right things, drinking the right shit. So
That's it.
18-year Barton, if you were a person who got one or had other 18-year iterations of this particular whiskey, comment below what it is that you were tasted or what you got into, and the next video we'll crack that one, and we'll get into a couple of buff turkeys and just revisit that. You'll see our guy Big Daddy Dog on our page quite a bit. He's got a journey he wants to walk down, and our job is to continue to highlight that while we're kind of like walking through our own. But a true blessing to meet this guy from the Blendery, and even more importantly, to crack some great whiskey. Now, I've had everything. Okay, he was there. You were there when
You have. You have had everything.
And it's terrible because I still don't know what's happening, and all I'm thinking is, man, y'all keep opening all this great whiskey for me, but I was there when the barrel got open, man.
Exactly. Well, if you're hooked up with Tim, which you are, you're going to keep tasting new things. You're going to keep having new experiences and osmosis. You're learning. I mean, I've already seen it with some of the stuff you're talking to other people about.
Oh yeah.
You're learning.
Guys, cheers, man. Good. Keep it whiskey, man. Thank you to our guy James for cracking insurance from 18-year Bartons. Bartons was bought by Sazerac or who?
Sazerac.
Okay.
Yeah, but not when this was distilled.
Yeah.
This had to have been distilled what 2007 if it's 18
so.
years.
Yeah. And that's the beauty about me learning every day, all the time. I'm like, oh, what's that? And I'm like, oh, okay, I got work to do. Guys, keep it whiskey.